Hi, my name's Paul and welcome to the Gym Club. Today I'm joined by Del again and we're going to talk about the current trend, CrossFit, and what is it good for you, is it bad for you, and how do you go about doing it. So, Del, what is CrossFit other than it's a business?
Yeah,
because we know they've got their own gyms or boxes, their own. It was set up in 2000s.
Yeah, 2000s. Yeah.
Started doing an annual competition, CrossFit Games, 2007.
Yeah, that was
something like that. They've got their own merchandise. No doubt they've got shares and stuff like that. Their own trainers, as I said, their own gyms.
Partnered with Reebok, haven't they?
Yeah,
it's a massive brand.
Yeah, absolutely, sponsorship. Yeah. So if we take the business out of it, what is CrossFit?
Yeah, I suppose it's sort of a way of training that maximises results in terms of intensity. We have the 10 facets of CrossFit, they call it. So agility, strength, conditioning, power, movements, everything like that. It's all of it combined into one. So I suppose what I think CrossFit is it's whatever your imagination can think of. Yes, there's a few principles and rules that you stick to, you follow, but it's really a really creative and effective way of training for an everyday person. And one of the things that I think we should talk about today is scaling, because if you look at a bodybuilder's training program, the everyday person can't do that. They can't do the 10 sets of 10 German volume training. One, they haven't got the time or the strength or the body to be able to do that. They wouldn't be able to do the various Arnie workouts because it's just not possible for normal people to do that. But with CrossFit, and the thing I love about CrossFit is the fact that anybody can do it because it's scalable.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think if you going down the sort of examples of the bodybuilder route, or even a powerlifter. If you got a friend that's a powerlifter and they say, yeah, come to the gym. Today we're going to do bench, and we're going to bench 150 kilos, and we're going to do 10 reps of 10 sets of 3 reps.
Yeah,
you're never going to do that.
No.
You're never going to do that. You'll probably go and do, I don't know, start off 60k for 3 sets of 10 or something like that. That's the scaling option there. You're never going to train I'm not saying you're never going to train. Your goal could be to train like a powerlifter.
Yeah.
But you've got to start somewhere. And running's the same, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got
straight away.
You got somebody who turns around and says, "Oh, yes, going down and do 10k in a sub 40."
Yeah.
Most people aren't going to do that, are they? You might not be able to run 10k, or you might not be able to run at that pace.
Yeah.
So it's scaling, isn't it? And that's what I like about CrossFit.
Yeah.
It's nothing new, scaling.
No.
But people look at it and go, "Oh, I'm never going to do, 20 pull-ups and 1,000 metre rows and stuff like that." You don't have to.
Yeah.
If you can't do pull-ups, you do something else. If you can't row 1,000 metres, you row 500 metres.
Yeah.
You build yourself up. It's that fitness journey, isn't it?
Yeah, what I like about it is it doesn't matter who you are, you can still, as they say, get down with the big dogs in a WOD, which is what we call a workout of the day in CrossFit. You can still get down and do it, but you just slightly alter it. So for instance, if you couldn't do strict pull-ups, you could do assisted pull-ups with a band. If you couldn't do bench press, you could do press-ups. It varies depending on what workout you're doing. If you couldn't do a certain level of box jumps, you can then lower the level of the box jumps. It just means that we then open the doors of the community to everybody instead of just the powerlifters or the bodybuilders. I think it has a place for a lot of different people, and what I quite like to see is the different communities come together in the gym and train for CrossFit.
Yeah, because I think they do it in a nutshell, don't they? They say it's for kids, it's for grandparents, it's for firefighters, it's for special forces.
Yeah.
It's that scalable. Anybody can come
right
and do
across
it.
the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we obviously train CrossFit, and you're probably not really still going to know what CrossFit is at the moment. So a couple of frequent workouts you'll probably find yourself doing is what we call an EMOM. So at every minute on the minute there could be a couple of prescribed exercises for you to do. So if you can imagine there's a 10-minute time zone, on all of the odd numbers you're going to do a certain exercise, and all of the even numbers you're going to do a certain number of exercises. However quick you do those exercises, you rest for the remaining minute. That's one of the ways. Have you done EMOM before?
Yeah, I've done some EMOM stuff, and I think one of the monthly challenges that we had a little while ago was an EMOM style thing where it was deadlifts, overhead press, I believe. Another one is what they call AMRAP, as many rounds as possible, which is great if you've got a set amount of time to train in. So it could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you'll have a set amount of exercises, probably 2 or 3 exercises generally.
Nice and simple.
And then you'll basically cycle through them and try and do as many rounds as you can in that time. So it's up to you how fast you go, how many rests you take. So that's another one that they do.
What I like about the AMRAPs is the fact that you can start your fitness journey on week 1 and only be able to do 2 rounds in 20 minutes, for instance. Week 6 to 10, you know, you can retest that exact workout and you'll probably find that you get 4 or 5 rounds. That's a really good way to show how your fitness has come on and how your technique's got better and how your strength has got better. Whereas with a normal workout, you're always altering what weights you're doing and what reps you're doing. Whereas that is, you know if you've got fitter or not. And that's great, because I know that some workouts I did a couple of years ago, I would smash them now, I'd do so many more rounds. And it just keeps you going and it gets you excited when you do beat your times. So, I mean, you'll probably find that with the AMRAPs as well, didn't you?
I like the AMRAPs, and I do for time as well. So it'll be a set amount of exercises and try and do it in the quickest time. I do it strict. I know competitively they tend to have a bit of, and we'll move on to this soon, they tend to have techniques that are more efficient, shall we say.
Time efficient.
You may have heard people talk about kipping and stuff like that. It's just a pull-up technique that's not beneficial for strength or anything like that, but when you're in competition and you're after money and a title, you know, gongs and sponsorship and stuff, time, as they say, time is money. I do mine strict, so the times are naturally slower anyway, but I want the benefit of those exercises, so I enjoy those as well. And again, it's a measure of time.
It is. I personally love training CrossFit because when I go into the gym, I know I've worked hard. I've been sort of subject to going into the gym, training not very hard, coming out not even really breaking a sweat. It's just kinetic, it's exciting, it's fun. I don't exactly always know what I'm doing when I go in, but that's where the creative mind comes out. I sort of listen to my body and think, what do I want to do? And I'll just write up a workout, and anybody can do that. You just need the fundamentals of, right, what muscle groups do I want to hit today? And you just come up with a fun and creative way. And I've often, after a workout, been like, do you know what, that was epic. And I didn't think I really was going to have that much of a good workout, but I did.
I mean, you can literally do anything, can't you? And if your imagination's at a loss, you can always go onto a website and they'll have a workout for you, and they're totally different, and that's kind of an attraction of CrossFit, isn't it? You're not regimented to a split where you're doing body parts each day. If you miss a workout, you've got to try and catch up, or you know, that sort of thing. It's the variety. It is great if you just want that. You don't know what you're doing next. You just go in, as Del says, you go in, you think, what am I going to do today? Write a few down, or you go on the website and you get the WOD out. Myself, I kind of like to go in between that. I've got about 9 or 10 exercises that I like that fit my fitness goals. So judo and mountain biking. So I need to be kind of specific for those. And I cycle through them. And it takes me, you know, sort of 2.5 weeks to get through them all, so I have that variety all the way through, and I'm always looking at what Del's doing and going, that's interesting, I'll add that into it, so I just go through it. So
same to you as well. I'm always sort of watching what you're doing, watching what other people are doing, and just taking those little hints and tips. Like I said, it sort of opens up that interesting world of training that there is, because training doesn't have to be boring. Elements of training are boring. For instance, if you're a marathon runner, running miles and miles, okay, that's warranted. It may be boring at times, but you need to do that. If you're the everyday individual that just wants to be a happier, healthier version of yourselves, then maybe CrossFit is a good choice for you to do. It's also time efficient, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How efficient is doing a 20-minute workout at high intensity compared to going on the cross trainer for an hour? You're going to get a lot more out of that 20 minutes of high intensity work than spending an hour on the cross trainer.
And train everything.
Literally
everything. So as Del said, you know, if you're going to run marathons, you've got to run. If you're a bodybuilder, you've got to train hypertrophy, haven't you? And stuff like that. However, CrossFit can fit in there, because the thing is that some people, they do neglect other aspects of training. Marathon runners, you know, you need to work your core, so because that is going to fatigue. And also your upper body for when you're barging through people, trying to get up through the rankings. You know, the sprint. So don't just look at, I run, so I've got to do that. Take into account other aspects of training, because you don't see, you know, cyclist Chris Hoy. does a lot of Olympic lifts.
He's big,
he doesn't just sit on a bike, because he knows he needs power for sprinting and the heart and lungs. He doesn't just get on a bike and train. He's out there doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So moving on, is CrossFit good for you?
It depends. It depends how you're training CrossFit.
Yeah.
I've known people to seriously hurt themselves, and I've known people to get in the best shape of their lives. Lots of people have got in the best shape of their lives. Is chicken good for you? It is, but too much of it, or eating the wrong type of chicken, it could not be bad.
I think a lot of the haters, the critics, or something like that, it's all about these. They look at the CrossFit competitions, the annual games, and they look at these athletes who are doing movements for speed, for time, and they do them a completely different way to strict. So a strict pull-up is different to a kipping pull-up, and they are biomechanically not so good for you, shall we say.
No, they're not.
However, they train for that movement. They do it properly, and they just do it for competition. If you're training on a fitness journey and you're just in the CrossFit gym or your own gym, so I don't go to a box. I train in my own gym. I do it strict because I don't need to be breaking world records and stuff like that. But if you bodybuild and you lift wrong, you're going to get hurt. It's good, years down the line, you're going to have issues.
Of course you are.
If you've got the wrong running shoes or your gait's wrong, you're going to get problems. Even riding a bike, if your saddle's too high, you're going to get hip tilt on it, and that's going to play havoc with you. So, it's bad for you if you do it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't listen to your body, if you don't get the correct nutrition in, you don't recover well. But that goes for the same for any type of training, in my opinion.
I agree.
I've been doing it now 6 weeks, something like that, and I do it 4 times a week, and it's fine. I get more injuries at judo than I haven't had any injuries at CrossFit. I've had injuries at judo and mountain biking when I crash.
So just while we're on the subject of how long you've been doing it for, what have you got from CrossFit? So how has it helped your own training?
Before I started doing CrossFit and I got into the CrossFit style of training, I was doing complexes, and then Dale said with the monthly challenges, can we do something on the lines of CrossFit? There's a CrossFit competition in September that we're looking to put a team together for, and I just got interested in it, so I started training it. And the first couple of weeks, I must admit, it was horrendous while my body adjusted to the high intensity. But 6 weeks down the line, when I train at judo, my fitness when I'm rolling with the guys, sparring with the guys, is up. They're at the point where I used to flag. I've still got the energy.
You're not the old man of the group anymore now, then?
I'm still the old man. There's one guy that's older than me, and the rest are younger than me.
So he's still the granddad?
Yeah, still old. And my mountain biking as well. I'm more explosive, I've got more power in my legs, and generally I just feel better, and I've noticed that in the times. I say I've got 9 or 10 routines that I cycle through, and every time I do one, I'm getting quicker. And that's not because I was slacking at the front. I always train hard because I know that the more effort I put in, the more I'll get out of it. So my times are coming down. So I'm getting fit at 6 weeks. And I know Christian, who's another one of our spots, he did it for 2 months. He did the job-related fitness test at the start and got level 6. 2 weeks later, and he was religiously following the workouts of the day. So some days they weren't the high intensity ones. It'd be like 10 sets of 1 rep at 90% of your snatch or something like that. So not a high intensity one. He went up to level 8 after 8 weeks.
So an improvement of 2
It
levels.
works. It gets you fit.
Because you're training at such a high intensity, a much higher intensity than you would if you were following a 3 sets of 8 bodybuilding or a normal running program. You're shocking your body completely, and you're training multiple muscle groups without even realising you're getting stupidly fit from doing the training. I know myself, I've been doing CrossFit on and off now for probably about 5 years now. First got introduced in the military actually, because a lot of our training were based around that, because it's it's just functional fitness. You're able to do stuff. Whether I needed to carry heavy loads on my back, whether I need to be nimble enough to get around the assault course, or strong enough to build a bridge by hand, which was one of the jobs I used to do. And then following on from that, leaving the military, it just leaves me able to, if somebody asks me if I want to do some sort of event, or go somewhere to do some rock climbing, or go to the gym, or go to a sort of a class, I'm able to do that because I'm constantly applying the skills, the fitness, and I'm keeping my own fitness up. It's very easy to, when you leave a job like the military and you're in a stationary job, to forget about what's important, like the fitness and stuff. But I'm now able to, if somebody was to say to me, do you want to go and do a Tough Mudder next week, I'd be like, game on, let's go, because I always keep myself ready, and I want to be ready just in case life throws a curveball in. I need to run away from somebody, or I need to run after somebody. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely, yeah. And for all those people out there that are, you know, if we go back to the running side of things, I'm not a runner, I've never enjoyed running, although I've done it, but every so often, if I've got a weekend where I'm not cycling, I go for a little, it's a 2 mile cross-country run, farm fields and stuff like that. I've not done it for a while. I hadn't done it since I started doing the CrossFit, and I did it not last weekend, the weekend before I think it was, and I was nearly 2 minutes quicker. I felt I was running faster, and I kept that pace up, you know, and I got to the end of it and was like, really, 2 minutes, you know, in 2 miles. So for me, that's probably puts me to where I was 10 years ago, you know.
Just from 6 weeks.
Yeah, just from 6 weeks of CrossFit, and I think a lot of that is that my CrossFit does involve I'm either running or rowing every day. But they're not. It's not distance. You know, 400 metres, 800 metres, rowing,
short bursts,
500 metres, 1,000 metres, interspersed with a weight bearing exercise. So it definitely works.
Yeah, I mean, it's proven. You know, just from the couple of examples we've given you today, you know, if you want to go and have a look for some proof for yourself, all you need to do is just go online and have a look at some of the amazing transformations from CrossFit.
Absolutely.
Some of the people out there, the CrossFit athletes, just head over to CrossFit athletes online. Just see, they are some of the fittest people in the world, aren't they? They are the fittest people.
Absolute beasts.
They've got a magnitude of skills, and they can train in any environment to an insane intensity, can't they? They can just literally do anything that a human is possibly able to do. It's ridiculous.
And that's the thing with the competitions, isn't it? Because they don't train. You know, if you're a marathon, go back to picking on marathon runners, but if you're going to run a marathon, you know it's 26 and a bit miles. You train for that. CrossFitters, they turn up at the competition and they don't know what they're doing.
They've been put on planes before.
Could be anything.
Taken to other countries.
And it's from running, rowing, ski machines, pull-ups, burpees, Olympic lifts, you know, rope climbs.
They've done mountain biking before.
Mountain biking.
Did you see that one?
No, I haven't.
You need to watch it. It's on Netflix, the film. They did a O course, an obstacle course with mountain bikes, and they had to carry the bike around with them, jump back on it and stuff. It was insane, but they all loved it. They had a big grin on their face.
I'm watching tonight.
I'll get back to you on which one it is, because there's about 4 or 5 films on Netflix of the CrossFit Games from each year. But it's awesome. It's so good. It's another stuff for them to do.
So there we go. CrossFit. You don't have to buy into the brand. It's cross fitness. It is taking many aspects of fitness, combining them to give you an intense workout. Put the effort in, you'll get the rewards. Check out a monthly challenge, because that's a CrossFit one at the moment. Last month's was a CrossFit one as well. They're fully scalable though. Don't look at the highest one and go, oh man, I'm never going to do that. Do what you can, and then check out some CrossFit. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, head over to the website crossfit.com. There's loads of stuff on there. You can even sign up to a daily email that I get every day, which is an email straight into your inbox with a workout to do. Again, that's scalable also. If you've not tried it, just give it a try. I never thought that I would be training it, to be honest. I was one of the haters a long time ago. I'm not sure why. I probably just joined the crowd. But yeah, it's just a fun way of training, and it's not so structured. You have structure, but it's not so structured in a way, and you can just sort of play around and see what you can do. But just sort of see what you can do, and let us know if you enjoy it, and if you think that anybody else would enjoy it, then show them this video, all right, and get them on the gains.
Yeah, absolutely.
The CrossFit gains.
Yeah, cool. Nice one.
Yeah, brilliant, cool.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching.
Cheers.